Oh, welcome back. All fed up and ready to go again. So here we go. I haven't gotten that far. I just turned in a quest and picked up another one, so didn't miss anything.
If I keep playing this, I'm gonna have to do some research on what goes with what class and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was wanting to do that too because some of the stats are weird. Like one's determination. I don't know what the hell that is.
Some different ones. I'm like, and then there's abbreviations on things that I'm like, what is that abbreviation for?
When it's starting to matter though, you might want to look at your gear and make sure it's the right gear for what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because like all mine says PAL on it or GLA.
Wish there was a thing you could like mark it as trash, so you could sell it later without.
That would be nice. You can transmog here too. Where is the Asian?
14, halfway to 14.
Oh. Found ya. Follow the white-robed Asian. Be judged. Kill these dudes so quick. These British imps don't stand a chance. Oh, I didn't tell you, I don't think. Whenever you get your chocobo, it'll fight with you too.
Oh, nice.
That is pretty sweet.
Heck yeah.
I am being judged. Oh, look at this dude. Yeah, you're gonna fall too, buddy. Sorry.
Should give me 14. Ooh. Oh, it didn't finish the quest yet. Damn it. Sons of bitches.
I'm still being judged. It's cool. Where'd you come from? That's somebody else's quest. Okay.
Where did he go? Oh, there he is.
Approach the white-robed Asian.
What to get here? I got a book. Looks like we're getting the book. There's not like an item level, is there, or something like that? Is there an item? Oh yeah, there it is. Average item level 6. Okay. There's some more monks.
I wonder. Oh, you can. Sweet.
I gotta watch this week's episode of The Boys.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Amazon Prime show. It's about superheroes, but it's like R-rated, like TV show superhero shit. Like, I'm a superhero, you can't tell me what to do, and this corporation like runs them, and so they're like have limitless power. But the way they build the show is, it's like they build it as though it's real life, because they tie like social media into it and things like that to, you know, how they use social media against people, and it's a pretty good show, but it's graphic as shit. It's really good. This is the 3rd season, and the last episode, episode 6, they literally put out a disclaimer. It was like, this episode no one should watch. Like, it's so graphic and so disgusting and so this that it's not rated for anybody to actually watch it. Like, you shouldn't watch this episode. That's how, I mean, the very first episode of this season, they were trying to find this guy. His name was, they called him Micro Man. He could shrink really small. Well, he was gay, and the very first scene you see him in, he like shrinks down and jumps into his partner's pee hole, and he's like pushing the inside of his dick, like pushing it, like turning this dude on.
What the
And then he fucking the Micro Man sneezes, and when he sneezes, he fucking gets big, and he goes full size inside this dude's dick and just fucking makes him explode everywhere, like body parts, blood. Like, I'm not joking. It was like, holy, what the fuck just happened? It was fucking nuts, man. So again, like, think of that shit, and it's just crazy shit like that throughout the entire show.
I'll have to check that out.
And what's funny is that they're not like natural born superheroes. You find out in part of it that they're given a drug that turned them into superheroes. And no, it's really fucking good. It's a good show. Do you remember, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Oh, hey there.
What's happening?
Nothing. Just playing some Final Fantasy and talking about The Boys.
How's the Final Fantasy going for you guys?
Pretty good. Just hanging out. Oh, I'm fighting that guy. But, yeah, so So none of them, yeah, they're all made. They're not actually born superheroes. So it's interesting. It's a good show, though.
I just started WandaVision.
Oh, I love that one. It was good.
The first 2 episodes, I was like, yeah, this is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
I'd watched Doctor Strange 2, and I
What'd you
enjoyed that.
think?
I
I
enjoyed it.
liked it a lot. I like the graphics in it were just when you get Undead Strange was just fucking badass, man. This shit was great.
Then right after that, I started watching the WandaVision show. I was like, it's pretty, I
It
like
gives you
this.
an insight into like why she is the way she is once you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that show about?
WandaVision. It's about how the Scarlet Witch Wanda, it's after Vision's been killed and she's just kind of dealing with all of that and she takes over this town basically and mind controls everybody and it's like her own personal life. Like she creates it all, and it's really really good. Like they did a good job with just her grappling with that whole thing of this guy that's not even a real person, like a real human being that she loved and then was killed, and then her having to grapple with that amongst everything else she has to deal with is pretty good.
And it's only like a sitcom.
Yeah, it starts out like a sitcom, like it's in black and white, and you'll see the color changes and how they use that as the progression of her. So it's really good.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a really neat show. And I mean, I don't know if you watch Loki or not, but Loki was just as good.
I liked
I
Loki
really-
too.
I really don't watch much TV because I don't have TV.
Yeah,
I've never had TV. Isn't that weird?
It's on. It's on Disney Plus.
yeah, but I thoroughly enjoyed one. My wife sat there. We watched the whole season. My wife loved it. She doesn't sit down to watch a whole lot of stuff that I do, but she sat and watched that entire one and Loki, and she really liked both of those. So
You guys gonna watch the new Beavis and Butthead movie?
hell, fucking yeah!
It looks good.
It's Beavis and Butthead. Who cares?
The Beavis and Butthead do the universe.
Yeah.
hmm It looks hilarious. I've seen a clip where they're talking about how they find out they've got white privilege.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
I love that. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that one. Yeah, we're talking about The Boys, and that it's like a superhero show that Amazon did, and it's graphic as fuck. It's got the guy who played, I don't know if you watched the new Dredd movie that they made a while back. The guy who played Dredd plays the main character.
Sylvester Stallone.
No. They made a second one. It's just called Dread. It was really good. They changed the story up. It went more by the graphic novel. And he's the main the guy who played Dread in the new one. He's the main character in the Boys. It's really good.
You know what's crazy about Sylvester Stallone? That dude's like 9,000 years old and he's still jacked as fuck.
I know, right?
You gonna watch that new TV show that he made? They filmed it here in Tulsa.
So, what was it called?
It's called Tulsa King.
I've heard about it. Is it out yet?
It's coming out on Paramount Plus, I think, later this month, I think.
Okay, I had heard about it, but I didn't see a release date for it, so I was curious.
I guess the whole idea is he's like a former mob guy from New York, and he goes to prison, keeps his mouth shut, and then when he gets out, the mob wants him to go set up shop here in Tulsa and do something here. It looks kind of silly, but it might actually be good. I don't know.
That sounds cool. There's one that's on Apple TV that I really liked. It had Jason Momoa in it. It's called C. And the third season, I found the release date for it today. The third season starts in August. So I'm really excited for that one. That one's really good. It's the last season too.
And I've been making crazy money on classic TBC, just buying stuff off vendors and reselling it on the auction house.
Seriously?
Oh yeah,
Is it just that people are too lazy to actually go and fucking get it for themselves?
I guess.
What a bunch of
Super high
idiots.
population realm I'm on, so
No one pays attention to shit. They're just like, I don't want to go get it.
yep.
Oh, it's there. I'm gonna buy it. I don't care. Triple the price. You could have gotten it from someplace else.
I've probably made 600 or 700 gold just reselling crap.
Jesus Christ. That's
A lot of it-
ridiculous.
A lot of it came from a jewel crafting pattern that's like, I don't know, it cost maybe 30 or 40 silver, and I was reselling it for like 18 gold. And it's like it's a rare spawn on a vendor, but it pops up like constantly. You can get them easy.
Wow.
I've sold 39 of those. When I started selling them, like nobody was selling them, but I guess people's TSM mod like picked up on this hot item, and all of a sudden I got a bunch of competition now, so I can't sell them
Yeah.
for 18 anymore. But I'm still making a lot of money off of them.
Yep. Yep, it's just been tooling around here and deciding on whether I want to buy this or not. I created a caster too. I started another a character, made it a caster so I can kind of play around with it.
Don't you?
Yes.
You have Final Fantasy, don't you, tell?
Yep. I don't remember what level my tune is though. And my account's off right now. I'm not paying it. But my tune is under the free play level, so I don't know if they'd let me come back and play for free or not.
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you on that one.
What does determination do?
I don't remember.
Determination and tenacity. I don't know what either of those do.
Wouldn't tenacity be like recovery? I would think it'd be recovery, but that could be just me. I really looked at anything yet, so.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played, so I've kind of forgotten some of the the stats and how they work. Pretty cool game though. I liked playing a mage, a black mage.
Arcanist right now, so.
Why'd it have to be black mage?
Because I don't want to be a white mage and be a racist. You know, you're racist if you're white, you know, right? That's automatic nowadays.
Automatic.
To have black mage privilege.
Black mage privilege.
I do drive-bys with my spells.
That's classist.
Classes. In rooms now available. Guild level guild leaves. I don't know what the fuck that even means.
I don't remember how many different kinds of mage there is. Is there only 3?
There's
or?
quite a few. Level 15.
45 more and you'll be cut up to me.
Shit. Give me some level 10 pants here in a second.
I'm almost level 58. And all I've been doing is just walking back and forth.
Hall of the Novice membership granted. Oh, they have DPS training. We got DPS training. I'm gonna train.
tank training was a joke.
I'm sure this one probably will be too, but it's like dodge area of effect.
Oh yeah, I forgot in that game they give like visual cues for everything.
Yep.
That's not just in the training, like that's out when you're playing
Yep.
too.
I'm like, oh, look, there's something coming. I better run the fuck out of it.
Yeah, well, they do that, but it's still almost impossible to dodge some of that crap. Cause
Well,
it's
that's
so
the thing.
close.
They've made it less forgiving than like WoW. The timer for how quick spells go off is a lot shorter in that game.
But also, too, that just adds the more fun to it, I think. It makes it a little less difficult, so people have more fun with it. And that's the ultimate goal, right? To have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But you
That's
saw some of them spells that dude was shooting at me whenever I was streaming. That shit was
Yeah.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's still not. It's not easy, but it's nice to not have to have some massive mod that you're running that screams
Exactly.
at you. And it's nice that they just kind of built that into the game. Did you guys watch the interview with Asmongold, the guy that's the lead game designer, Yoshi something?
I did.
That was an interesting interview.
I liked it a lot. How the fuck do I get out of this?
The comments section on that video was hilarious because it's just nothing but billions of people shitting on Blizzard in the comments. Like, Blizzard would never do this.
Nobody was shitting on Asmongold.
Oh, I'm sure there was somebody in there. There's always haters in there.
I should have been there.
So salty, Mike. Asmongold did get an interview though with Ian Hazakostas.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked that one a lot.
That was pretty good.
He didn't hold back on Ian. I liked it. I think he probably could have done a little bit more too, just to the simple fact of.
So who is that?
Ian is the game director for WoW. He's the guy. If you want to get in the game, it goes through him. If you want a story, it goes through him. He's the dude.
I think that interview probably happened because Microsoft came in and said, "You guys are treating your fans like shit.
Like complete dog shit." Yep.
You have to get out there and talk to people."
Mm-hmm. If you look at how Microsoft runs Xbox and what you get through Xbox Ultimate and all the things that they give you, and you put something in and they fucking deal with it pretty quickly and pretty aggressively when it comes to stuff like that. And so you see a piece of your company now that you own going, yeah, we don't give a shit about it. Like they don't fuck around. I agree with you. I think that's what happened. They came down and fucking gave it to him.
And I forgot to mail my rent, and so I realized today I hadn't done it. I was like, "Oh shit! It's a holiday. It's a weekend, and it's a holiday weekend. That rent is not going to get there on time before the late date." I was like, "It's not even possible."
Does it have to be postmarked before the due date?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Usually, if you mail it, it's supposed to be postmarked before the due date.
Yeah, I don't know how my landlord handles it because he's like a small time dude. He's not running this giant company or nothing. I don't know how, he might just get mad if it doesn't show up when he wants it to.
True.
I don't know. But anyway, his post office box is like in the next town over. It's a short drive. I was like, screw it. I'll just put it in an envelope.
Drop it in that post office.
No, I called the post office. I was like, if I bring this and hand it to you at the counter, will it go in the post office box today? And they're like, yeah. They said, but don't drop it. They said don't drop it in the mail slot though, because then it's
Give it
got to go to
hand it
Oklahoma City
somebody?
first. Yeah,
That's funny.
so I drove over there and handed that in.
Nice.
Probably spent as much on gas as the late fee would have been.
Probably.
Oh, I guess I gotta talk to this guy. So let's go.
I was reading something the other day. There's a new thing that nobody's really talking about that could be the next big problem. I read that the additive package that they put in diesel engine oil is like there's some sort of supply chain breakdown on that. So like the U.S. is running out of diesel engine motor oil.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's going to be a big problem.
Yeah. Considering like 80% of the stuff that gets delivered nowadays comes from a fucking semi truck.
Uh huh. Them guys can probably skate by for a little while running, like car engine oil, but they can't do that forever. That engine will fall apart.
I wonder what the difference is.
Probably viscosity.
Well, it's that, and then there's a bunch of what's in there that's that they put a lot in there for diesels. They put it in car engine oil too, but not nearly as much.
15 boots. What?
It's some sort of mineral that like can take a lot of pressure because the rod bearings in a diesel engine take a lot more abuse than a car engine because they're under so much more pressure. Car engine runs like about 9.5 to 10.5 to 1 compression.
Yep.
Diesel runs like 23, 24 to 1.
Halfway to 16.
Are you fine?
I'll be right back.
I'm just doing these training things, and they give you a ton of XP. I just got a new pair of boots, some gloves from another one.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Hot watch.
Defeat the enemy. Tomorrow I'm going to try and track down some curtains for a couple of my windows. It's not so hot in here.
Oh, we got some really thick black ones from fuck, I forgot it. My mom got them like at a garage sale or something for like $5.
Whoa! I come back and Mike's talking about thick black ones.
I knew that was coming.
They're nice curtains. The last 4 quests have been me walking around.
The old Razor mouse finally gave it up.
What's he targeting?
I'll get you a new one.
Yeah, I didn't get a Razor though. I kind of wanted to, but man, Razor stuff is just stupid expensive. I watched a video from Linus Tech Tips a while back where they reviewed the most popular best-selling mouse of all time, which is the Logitech G502 Hero. And they thought it was just like the perfect balance of cheapness and features, and like it's just a really good balanced mouse. It's not that expensive. It's like I think I paid $35 for it, maybe. It's a pretty good mouse. I like it. Doesn't really match everything else though. I got a Razer keyboard and a Razer mouse pad.
Oh, nice. I don't know what this is. TT Sports, I think.
Oh, is that Thermaltake?
I think so.
Yeah, I forgot they got into peripherals. They used to only make like cooling stuff.
I got a Corsair keyboard.
Corsair makes good stuff. Well, actually, I don't think they make anything. I think they contract it, but
I'm a fan of their RAM chips.
yeah, they got all kind of products. I'm pretty sure they're all, except for their cases. I think their cases they make themselves.
Oh, my whole PC's a Thermaltake.
I think all my internal components are, name brand stuff. My case, it's got 4 walls, and you can put things in it. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
I need to put my damn 360 radiator in my computer that I bought a while back. I haven't done it yet. Got tired of my damn i9 running at like 10,000 degrees. That 212 Evo tower cooler just ain't enough. It's a great cooler, but it ain't enough for a 9900K.
No. I ran that Evo for a long time.
I don't think I'm getting experience anymore. I've been almost level 58 for about 30 minutes now.
I think that water cooler that I bought is a Corsair. I think it is. I went all out, got all the RGB and everything. Figured I might as well. I got a glass side case. It's already got some RGB in it.
All my fans are RGB, my keyboard's RGB, my mouse is RGB. The speakers I bought, guess what? They're RGB too.
Great man.
Oh, did I finish all the training? Oh, nope, I got more training left. Almost level 16. Engage enemy reinforcements.
The PC case is pretty cool because it came with a remote too. You can change the pattern of the RGB.
Mm-hmm. But, you guys ever see that pictures of that computer I built sold to Za?
Yep, I did.
That had a remote that came with the fan.
Now that I could see as being something you would kind of, want.
Neat.
Like I don't even think I have any colored anything in my computer. I'm a racist.
Yeah, I am not getting experience.
It's got a white case and white LEDs on everything.
No,
white
but
motherboard.
I don't have any colored things, so. I take that back. My mouse is colored.
Jesus.
Damn
it's
racist.
It's purple right now, so I like aliens apparently.
I wonder why I'm not getting any experience.
I've actually thought about doing like a pure white build, like white motherboard and everything.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to find. Not many companies make them.
it is.
But the only reason I've thought about doing that is because the RGB works way better in a white environment. It's a lot brighter, like it bounces off and everything.
I got to buy the stupid game till I can get to level 58.
Doubt it. Ooh, MSI's got a sale on a LGA 1700 board, B660 chip with Wi-Fi. Only $160. That ain't bad. It's micro
Yeah,
ATX though.
My stepson wants to upgrade his, and I'm like, well, if you're gonna upgrade it, do the board and the processor at the same time, and we'll figure something out. Cause I think I maxed that board out with what I could get with it.
Probably.
When we first
Yeah.
did it, because we did an AMD build, but it wasn't a Ryzen. It was the AMD AM4, the one before Ryzen came out. It was really good.
AM3
And-
probably.
Yeah, I think it was 3 plus. That's what it was. It was 3
Yeah,
plus.
yeah.
And so I was like, well, if you're gonna do that, we just do the whole thing. So we're looking at doing like a Ryzen upgrade on his.
Yeah, I think all the Ryzen stuff until like this newest stuff maybe is in AM5.
Yep.
But all the Ryzen stuff up till just recently was AM4.
Yep. I have a Ryzen 5 in mind.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you told me it was a 3600.
I think something like that. Yeah.
That was a good one. That is probably like the sweet spot for
It
gaming.
is. It's right in the middle between price and fucking performance. It's a 6 or an 8 core, something like that. I don't remember.
Should be a
exactly.
6 core. That's all you really need.
Mm-hmm.
8 core is nice, but it doesn't really make that big a difference. Although someday it probably will, as they develop new games and
True.
tailor them to higher core counts.
Yeah, Ryzen 5 3600. That's what I put in this one. And it works. Anything I've thrown at it, it works great. So I've had multiple things open, and because I run 3 monitors, so I've had multiple things open and never had any issues with anything. So
Yeah, I used to be the biggest AMD hater on the planet, but they've really been kicking ass the past 5 years. I think if I was going to build a brand new rig right now, I'd probably build an AMD rig.
never had an issue with AMDs.
That being said, Intel has just barely clawed back their Gaming King title from AMD recently.
Yeah.
Just barely. It's not that big a difference, but you gotta spend a lot of money to get it. i9, what is it? 13900K. I think that's the new one.
832, 810.
Yeah, when they dropped that Ryzen chip that's what they needed to push past.
I'm still gonna XP this.
Oh, maybe it's 12. They're not in the 13 series yet, are they?
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but
It's weird. I thought they were, but I don't see any 13 stuff on Newegg. I used to always buy everything from Newegg, but then I found out that just a couple years ago, this Chinese company bought controlling interest in Newegg, so now it's run by the Chinese.
yeah,
It's
you
like,
can
I
really
don't
tell
know.
Sometimes. No exercise.
Yeah, Newegg tried some shady shit with Steve Burke from Gamers Nexus.
Yeah.
They didn't know it was him, and he wasn't like trying to nail him on anything. But then he had some sort of issue returning a part, and he does everything anonymously when he, does business with them because he doesn't want them to know it's him. And they totally fucked up and tried to blame him for something that he had nothing to do with. Like he had never even taken the part out of the box.
Mm.
And then they tried to blame him for it being damaged or something.
Wow.
And then he just blew them the fuck up on his YouTube channel, and they bent over backwards like 3 times just trying to kiss his ass and make up for it. It was hilarious.
Wow.
You may also know Steve Burke as Tech Jesus.
Yep.
That's what they call him. The fans, anyway. I love how his channel's finally got big enough that he just has 0 fucks to give about these companies, and he will not kiss their ass at all. If they do something shitty, he'll call them out, even if they're a sponsor.
Mm.
I'm not even sure they still sell the water cooler I bought. Surely they do. I think it was like a newer model.
I bought my water cooler from Walmart.
Oh, yeah?
It's an Igloo brand.
Very effective. Ooh, Corsair's got a new version of their IQ series that has a LCD display on the pump block that you can put custom stuff on. It's interesting.
That just sounds like too much.
Okay, I think my browser crashed. That's not good. Wow, what in the fuck is going on?
You said something about China and it went crazy.
Yeah, apparently. Like the whole system got messed up. Like I couldn't even right click open menus.
Wow.
I think I pissed off both Newegg, China, and Intel by talking good about AMD. And settle down, i9. It'll be all right.
Pray come and receive your reward.
Oof.
A new ring. Increase XP earned by 30% when level 30 and below.
What? I didn't get one of them.
Well, did you finish all of your stuff for your class?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now.
All the training thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got mine at the end of my training thing.
Here we go. I found the cooler. Put it in there.
I was probably already above 30 when I did all that.
I'm at level 16, so it'll help out quite a bit.
That worked? Oh, yeah, there it goes.
That's for video?
No. That's for the processor.
Oh, that's for your processor. Okay, I was looking at the back of it, not the front of it.
It's actually way more than I really need, but I thought if I'm going to buy a water cooler, I might as well just buy the biggest one that they make.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I'd have probably been fine with a dual fan instead of a triple.
Go big or go home, man.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid cooling it.
I didn't really want to do liquid cooling, but I've got a weird situation where the only way I can mount the air-cooled towers in this case, and with my motherboard and the way the RAM lines up, I have to make the fan on the tower stack fight with the exhaust fan on the case.
Oh, wow.
So it's like causing turbulence there, and it's not cooling as good as it should.
Mm-hmm.
Both fans are like 1 inch apart, and they're
Ugh.
spinning in opposite directions.
Opposite directions, yep. We had the same issue with my oldest stepson. When we did his, we used an aftermarket cooler, but the way that something sat in there, we actually had to send the motherboard back and switch because of how it was laid out. It wouldn't seat the RAM. I think it was the RAM. The way that it sat, it wasn't conducive for it to work properly. It was really weird. So we had to send the motherboard back and get it. It's like it was easier to send the board back and replace it than it was to try and switch chips
Oh yeah.
and coolers because we really liked the cooler that we got. But we sent it back to him, took pictures, and sent it back to Newegg. And was like, "Look, this is what happened. It doesn't work with this cooler. We want to swap it out. They're like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just," and they refunded all our money minus the stock fee. So I was like, "Cool." What are we doing now? Excuse me. It's a keto breath there.
And I bought some RGB RAM a while back, and I can't get it to run at full speed,
Really?
advertised speed.
Is it limited
It's
by
not.
your board or just?
I think so. I mean, that's usually what causes the problem. Technically, they can't. You can't return it if it doesn't run at advertised speed because they always tell you that you have to look at your motherboard manufacturer's QVL list to verify that it will work at that speed in that board. And it's not on the QVL list because my board's kind of older, so they've quit updating the list. And this is newer memory.
It's time to buy a new motherboard.
Yeah, maybe. I have thought about going to a Z390 because mine's just a 370, but then they did an update to it, so they made a 390 version, which supposedly has better RAM support. So I don't know. Might do that. I actually need a 8th and 9th gen motherboard to finish out building another computer. So I could just take this one and use it for that, and then put a new 390 in here. And then maybe my RAM will run at 3200, which is crazy. That's not even that fast, really. It's a little bit overclocked, but that's not that much, really.
You know, a little bit off topic here. Some of the names in this game look like somebody just hit their fucking hand on the keyboard.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of that.
That is Final Fantasy in a nutshell. And I think part of it, like if you read some of the text, whenever you're doing quests, you can tell some of it got lost in translation because it's not quite correct English. I've noticed that too.
This quest giver's name is Merlwyb, Merlwyb.
That's kind of weird. That does seem like it might be something that's like a translation thing.
And she's telling me to speak with Falkbrida.
But yes, every name in Final Fantasy has always been odd.
They're pretty weird.
Yeah, I've played everything from 1. I even played Japanese version, I think, of 4.
Except for Sid.
So
Sid's pretty normal.
yeah.
Well, the way they spell it isn't, though.
That's true.
Usually it's like got a C in there somewhere. I've seen it CYD and
Like, who would name their kid Cloud?
Irish
Probably
people.
just about anybody that lives in California.
Titus.
Titus is not a bad name. There's a comic, really good comic, whose name is Titus.
I think that's actually kind of an old name, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
What are you doing?
You want to see a crazy name? Look up Elon Musk's like youngest child's name.
Yes, that is a very strange name. I saw that one day. I was like, what in the hell?
Like, he wrote on there somewhere how to pronounce it, right?
In an interview on Joe Rogan, he explained it. It's pretty easy to say. It doesn't sound like super crazy when you say it, but looking at it, it's like, what in the fuck?
And it's got some symbols and some numbers and an
Oh yeah.
What do you call that?
Exclamation point?
No. Exponential thing.
Oh, an exponent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just strange. Well, I mean, you had the lady that sued American Airlines because the desk clerks at the terminal made fun of her daughter's name because it was the fucking first 6 letters of the alphabet. Or the first 5 letters. Literally, that's what her name was on the boarding pass. ABCDE. But it was pronounced Absidy. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Who the fuck is going to know that? Nobody. I would have made fun of that. I wouldn't have made fun of the girls. I would have made fun of you for fucking naming your kid that, you idiot.
You know, that kid was born in California.
That, and you know how much teasing that kid's gonna get? That kid's gonna commit suicide. Because they're not gonna know what to do when kids fucking make fun of them, or they're gonna be homeschooled all their life and be a fucking shut-in. Key items.
Jesus. Elon Musk has 8 kids? Is that true? Motherfucker been busy. He can handle it though. He's ridiculously rich. This could be an error on Wikipedia. I don't think he has 8 kids. I know he has several, but I don't think he has 8.
I have an employee who has a squirrel brain that can only remember like 1 to 2 things at a time that you tell them to do. And sometimes that's pushing it. And I changed a couple things up. Like in all of our suites, we were keeping stuff for the pull-out couch. So if somebody went there with more than 2 people, they'd have the bed for them. Well, we were started doing some research on it, and it's like some of these rooms are not getting. We're putting 2 people in there instead of more than 2, and so that's never getting used. We got these other rooms that we're running through, and we're constantly having to wrap stuff, but yet we have 7 or 8 other rooms that have stuff wrapped in it already. So I was like, let's pull it all out, and we'll just put it in as we need it. So look at the paperwork every day to see if there's more than 2 people going in there. If there's more than 2 people, we put the stuff in. And so she keeps forgetting that she needs to fucking put the stuff in the rooms, because she forgot the other day. So I messaged my GSRs today. I was like, hey, make sure that all the people that are going into rooms with more than 2 people today get their stuff. It's 210 and 211.
Oh, you pretty girl. Peeny weeny, it's a pretty girl.
Okay, I found the actual name. Here we go. That is,
Yeah,
I think
it's
his
just
youngest child's
weird,
name.
man. Like, how do you even pronounce that?
Like I said, he explained it, and it sounds not. I mean, it's a little weird, but it doesn't sound that crazy. It definitely looks crazy.
It's got all the numbers and the symbols, and it just says Musk.
I know, right?
And from what I was just reading, he does have 7 kids. So maybe he's had another. Maybe that's why it was saying 8.
Are those biological or does he adopt?
Some of them are biological. I think he has adopted 1 or 2. Maybe 1 was with a surrogate. I'm not really sure. I know the one with the crazy name is biological, though.
Well, surely he's carried one to completion himself and just had it cesarean out.
Well, you know, social media says men can get pregnant now, so. I just about died laughing whenever Elon Musk trolled social media about that new emoji with the pregnant man and shit talked Bill Gates at the same time. He said the pregnant emoji looks like Bill Gates. Elon's such a savage. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, I'm getting plus 160 experience now.
What's that?
I'm getting that ring that I got's giving me plus 160 experience now.
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah. I'm about to hit 18 probably when I turn this one in. Ah, you stupid bird.
Here's a Tauren druid named Very Bad Time. That makes sense because druids were like way overpowered in BC. You couldn't freaking kill them in PvP. Like they were hard, super hard to kill. 1-on-1, you had like no chance. I remember that. Like, oh, just go to caster form, cast a bunch of hots on myself, go to travel form.
Yep, run around.
Oh, you finally caught up to me. You're actually hitting me. I'll go to bear form and I won't take much damage.
Yep. Keep remembering when I see these Aetheryte things to attune to them so I can travel everywhere.
Oh, just made another 10 gold on shit I flipped.
That's too funny.
Lazy people are going to pay for my epic riding in Classic WoW. Earlier, I was trolling the auction house for wool cloth, which is really expensive for some reason. It's kind of an in-between cloth. It's kind of hard to farm, I guess. And I found a bunch of it that only had a bid, like it didn't have a buyout. So I bid on everything that was cheap in bids. And then I got beat on my bid on a few of them. And I got to looking at who beat me, like what they bid. And looking at my other bids, I'm like, wow, those people are stupid. They outbid me on like the most expensive stacks and didn't outbid me on the cheaper ones. I'm like,
Maybe
what the fuck is wrong with
how
them?
they were sorted.
I
I've done that
guess.
before. I've bought a couple things and not realized I was buying the most expensive one because
You
of how
do
my
have to be
auction house
careful.
got sorted.
Yeah, when
it
you're
pissed
shopping
me
for
off.
stuff, you got to be pretty careful. I use a mod that helps. It's called Auctionator.
Yep.
That really helps a lot. And TSM helps, and TSM is a pain in the ass to set up, though. I don't know if you guys have tried it. It's so complex, it just takes forever to set it up the way you want it. It's got freaking stock charts and shit in it, like, for your money.
Now, is there an auction house for Final Fantasy or no?
I think so, yeah.
Is it real money?
Oh, no, not for real money.
Not for real money. I think it's just got a regular one. But I'm not sure. Be right back.
Can't remember where it's at, though. I mean, all the major cities have one, but I can't remember. Can't remember where they are. I think usually just look for like the crafting district of whatever city you're in. I think the auction house is in that same area. I'm not totally sure, but I think it is.
I love it when it's like 85 outside. Feels like 97. What the fuck?
Shit.
Fucking humidity.
You got some humidity going on.
Oh, it's sticky one today, man.
Ours is just about the same. I thought you just rained.
It's. I think it's getting ready to rain. That's why it's like that outside today.
Let me see.
So what you're experiencing now is what's known as Missouri summer.
I fucking hate humidity.
Missouri's awful.
That's not bad.
Missouri's, what's that?
It says 82 and 88.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
When it's 90, almost 100 outside, it's really hard to set your thermostat fucking lower than 80 because it doesn't fucking do anything.
It's been at least 99 here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had that here too. It's crazy.
I think last week there was a couple days it was like 107, 108.
I texted my brother yesterday. I was like, fucking Al Gore was right. God damn.
But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must.
It was hot.
I was driving home in my car one day and I looked up and I seen the reading. I was like, what the fuck? It's 107.
Oh, Facebook wants me to log in. I think I probably got locked out for saying something. I've been in Facebook jail a few times. for talking shit.
Average item level of 10.
So where's that at? Where that little star thing is above your dude's head?
What's that?
Your average item level. Where do you see that at?
Oh, I just opened my
Oh, in
character.
the paper
that
doll.
star right there above your head.
Oh, it's above your head?
Yeah, when you open up your character thing, it's above
Oh,
your head. And there's
yeah.
a gear one on the side that says it too.
I think it's just letter C standard, isn't it?
Yep, that's the one.
I am 85.
I'll tell you what I freaking love about their character sheet pane. They got a button that just says put on the best gear.
Oh yeah.
It does?
You seen that? I freaking love that.
Where's that at? Oh, hold on. Good phone call.
So whatever gear you got, like whatever is best for you, you just hit that button, it'll put that shit on. I love that. That's for us lazy folk.
Okay, so tanks need tenacity. And determination is for damage.
See what time they're going to be in, or when they're going to be there tomorrow. I can come up there tomorrow and do it.
I would laugh my ass off if, like, Flynn
but
got
I don't time
away from
tonight.
his
It's
mic
10
and
o'clock tonight. I'm not
thought
gonna
we
go
couldn't
do
hear
it.
him, and he just blew up with some
Tomorrow
crazy
morning,
racist
like
shit.
7 o'clock or 8 o'clock if they're going to be in. And for right now, just check them in without running their card and just let it build, and then we'll go from there. But I would give them a call and let them know, hey, there's an issue with the card. We're going to need to swipe it. When will you be available? If they're not going to be back, the next, 30, 40 minutes today, then they can let them know that I can, if they're going to be up, right in the building around 7 or 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I can come in and do it then.
That's why I've never used
let me know
voice
what they say.
activated, because sometimes when I get riled up,
Bye.
I say some things that could get me in trouble.
I love it when people's credit cards don't work. So this is funny. So I have a chest that is a level 8, but it has better stats on it than my level 15 one.
Just use the best gear button. It's your friend.
I don't see one.
There should be one there.
I see the recommended gear. Oh, okay, there we
I
go.
think that's it. Yep.
Got it. Level 12. Okay, that's when he said what it was, I was like, oh, fuck it, I didn't do anything. But I guess if you don't have it right, if you have it all on, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if that button's 100% accurate all the time, but it seems to be.
It's worth giving it a shot at least.
Oh, Merle Wib.
Burl Wib, what the fuck does that mean?
It's this lady's name.
Oh.
And Ugiri Minfilia Weistola.
Feeling the men.
Sounds German.
Yeah, right?
I am not hardly getting any XP for all this walking and talking. It's driving me crazy.
Get out there and kill some shit.
Well, the quest is just tell me to walk and talk. I don't know.
Go do a dungeon.
I guess I could.
Or a trial. Don't they call it a trial? That's another some sort of storyline based thing.
Or Fates. I could do Fates.
Fate, maybe that's it.
Guild levies. I haven't understood though. I don't get what that is.
They got a lot of different stuff in that game. It takes a bit to kind of figure it all out.
Took me a while just to figure out the map.
The map freaking sucks in that
It's
game.
weird.
They really need to
It
normalize
doesn't show
that.
you like where, if it's upper, lower, like where the.
I am not a fan of their map system.
It's very weird. I've gotten used to it over the last little bit, but it took a long time to try and figure
It's
it out.
usable, but it's not logical how it works. I think that's one area where Final Fantasy could benefit from just looking at basically every other MMO, which is almost all of them are a copy of WoW. Just go with that. I think that would be better.
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I think I got, for the most part, I think I got it down now.
Well, it took WoW quite a while to get their map right too.
True.
I don't know. Playing classic WoW, I could kind of figure it out. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but you know, it didn't have quests pop up on it or anything. You needed add-ons for all that.
Early on, they didn't. Well, that was by design, though. That wasn't a mistake. That was just how they wanted it to be in the early days. They wanted you to read the quest, which I'm sure you never did, and I didn't either. So
No. I did when I first started playing. Because I started when Wrath was like had about 3 or 4 months left. I got in right before they announced the expansion for Kata. Because I remember finishing. I hit level. What was it? 670? 70 at the time.
70 would be Burning Crusade.
So maybe it was 80 then.
So yeah, 80 for
80.
Lich King.
Well,
So what's that?
So I guess you started right when I did.
Yeah, because I hit 80, and then I was starting to do some raid stuff and things like that, and then they had the pre-expansion stuff with the whatchamacallit dudes that were out like speaking through town and shit, and then that started happening, and then Kata came out, and it was Pandaria I bought the physical collector edition for.
Yeah, this one's the only one I've ever bought.
That's the only one I bought was Pandaria, and I really liked how it looked.
And my butthole kind of hurts now. I don't know if I told Mike about that. Did I tell you about that?
No, you told me.
Oh, it's painful. And I don't think I can upgrade my game with it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
That would suck.
I think I'm going to have to spend another $65 or whatever the standard upgrade is.
All that walking and talking, I got a dungeon to do now. Let me show you something. Just look at some of these names here in this screenshot. See Raisin Milzen, Myrtle Wib.
Oh yeah, man, I've been playing Final Fantasy a long time. There's some fucking doozies out there.
Sternlona.
I mean, it's a South Korean game, so probably a lot of the people that are playing are in South Korea.
Oh, Myrtle Wib, yeah, that's my neighbor's name. Fuck off.
I want to throw that in the game. Fuck it. I'm almost 20. I can go get my chocobo.
I guess you can like armor up your chocobo and teach them to fight and stuff, and I never did that. Like I don't use
that's
my
what you
chocobo
can
at
have
all.
them fight for you, fight with you and stuff.
Yeah, I just ride on. I never use it for combat. I should, but I'm lazy.
Let's see. Mine is rank 2 at the moment.
I'll be back in a little while. I'm gonna go run to the store and grab some more.
Hold on one sec before you go. I'm gonna
Okay.
share a picture here real quick.
Uh-oh.
It's nothing bad. This is the forecast for Sapulpa, which is Tulsa. It's southwest Tulsa for the next week. Look at that shit.
Isn't that bad, but we got a lot of rain coming this week too, so that helps a lot. Yep, that's what Florida looked like. The last 2 weeks, up until this weekend and this week, the last 2 weeks, that's what Florida looked like.
I'm just hoping it's dry heat. I'm hoping it's dry. If it's dry, it's no big deal. I don't
No,
give a fuck.
dry ain't that bad.
106, if it's like 30% humidity, no big deal.
You're talking 60, 70, your heat index is going to be
Like
110,
120.
112, yeah, or more, yep.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's funky out there.
Oh, Sapulpa.
Yep, it's a little white trashville on the southwest corner of Tulsa.
Sounds like a Final Fantasy name.
It's an Indian name. I think there's an Indian tribe named the Sapulpa Indians, I think. And we live in Creek County, which the Creek Indians, that's another big Indian nation. Which me and Avon actually found out while we were doing a vacation in Florida. We found out that the Creek Indians came from Florida. They were driven to Oklahoma from Florida.
Interesting.
Used to work with an Indian guy named Steve, and super cool guy. And he had the funniest bumper sticker on his truck. It just said, "You can trust the government. Just ask an Indian."
That is pretty good.
We're gonna make
All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go get a couple things done, and I'll be back on later.
Right.
I did.
See ya.
See ya. What was that, Skrilla?
And we'll make a new character named Viewing Cutscene.
Viewing cutscene. No one will ever bother you again. That's one thing I don't like about Final Fantasy. If somebody's in a cutscene, you can't message them. It just won't let you. So I'm thinking looking at that forecast I posted on there, thinking towards the end of next week is where we're going to start seeing those rolling blackouts nationwide they were talking about.
Well, we're not on y'all's electric grid,
Actually, you are. I think. I think we're on the Texas grid here in Oklahoma.
so. Are you on
Maybe.
ERCOT?
What's that?
You're on ERCOT?
I really don't know. I mean, our provider, has a name, but I don't know where they get their power from.
Texas has their own independent one away from the United States.
Yeah, but they share electric with other grids. I mean, it's not totally disconnected. If it goes down, it does, have an effect outside of Texas, I'm pretty sure. That being said, the big ice storm thing that knocked out Texas didn't affect us, so maybe not.
Well, we didn't ever lose power either. We just lost water.
That was probably some pretty crazy shit for Texans to have like a major ice storm. Like, that's never happened. It didn't just stop the border. Freaking ice storm in Mexico, that like never happened. It's pretty wild. Oddly enough, I watch a lot of weird shit on YouTube. And I watch a plumber on YouTube, has a channel. And he's in Texas. And he said that when that hit, he said he had so much work coming in that he had to just stop taking requests or calls for service. Within just a couple of days, he got booked up for weeks. So he's like, I can't do anymore, so we're just not taking any new work. Let's see here. His channel is just called Roger Wakefield, which is his name, and he owns the company. 443,000 subscribers. People just watching plumbing. Not sure where he's located. I mean, he's in Texas, but I don't know what part. I think at least half his subscriber count is based on his epic mustache. He's got that Fu Manchu going on. It's pretty sharp. Rocking the Hulk Hogan look. You're back.
Wheelo mince, not for the... On behalf of... "'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution.
Before I set foot in these lands, though I am but a refugee in this realm, I know that I am...
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and besides.
It's weird. Chat says, it goes all the way to 60, and, well, I'm sure it does, but it feels like mine has just stopped. I mean, it's going, but it's like really slow. Still getting gear upgrades, that's something. let's go ahead and do that.
Sorry about that. I had to feed my shithead cat, so it took me a minute.
Oh, I got some new weapons.
My old geriatric cat. She's like fucking 20 now.
Oh, wow.
She's an old lady. And I got her when she was like 1. That's what the vet estimated, I guess. Been trying to feed her like super good food as she's gotten older to keep her alive as long as possible. Costing me a lot of goddamn money now.
But it's worth it though, right?
Yeah, she's a shithead, but I love her. She's never been a cuddly cat, like hardly at all. You know, some cats are real cuddly. She's not. That's not her thing. She's just a fucking turd.
I think my dog made it to 15, a little over 15, and we fed her the good shit.
Yep. If I had it to do all over again, I'd have fed her, you know, the really good shit all along, but I didn't realize that I wasn't. Like, I thought I was back in the day, but then you find out that that stuff's all kind of garbage. The stuff that's, you know, the national brands that are supposedly good food, they're kind of trash.
Same thing my wife said. I was feeding Ducky Beneful, and apparently that had red dye in it.
That's probably one of the best of the non-good brands. It's like the top end of the trash. But yeah, I was in the same boat. I was feeding over time.
You cutting out a little bit there.
Yeah. Back yet?
Kinda, I guess.
Ish.
You're getting super robotic on me.
Yeah.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
No, I'm just on internet.
You have a moment. I would
Cox Community Cable. It's just garbage here lately.
Oh, I don't know
the
if I
android, the
told
power
you.
we have come to know is the echo.
I feel kind of stupid, but man, it's a lot better now. I had been on Wi-Fi for the last 4 years with my computer.
Yep.
And I wasn't thinking nothing about it. You know, I was getting like maybe 95 download and 10 upload speed. You know, that's not bad.
That's not bad, yeah.
But I'd been paying, you know, for unlimited data. We have to go to the 500 meg internet, and I was never getting 500 meg, and we paid for it, you know. So you know, I was thinking one day, you know what?
Were you getting 500 on hardwire though?
Well, I'm about to tell you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, most Wi-Fi protocols don't support that. I mean, unless you get a really high-end Wi-Fi router.
Well, I went on Amazon and bought me a 100-foot Cat 7 cable and ran it from my router all the way outside my house into the back of my computer. Now I'm hardwired and I'm hitting 420 megs a second.
Yep. Yeah, Wi-Fi, like some of the really high-end protocol Wi-Fi stuff will run, you know, gigabit or whatever.
Thus
But that's pretty high-end stuff. It's pretty
long have I,
expensive.
but never did I. It was of this.
And
And
I
yet-
can definitely tell that I'm hitting higher speeds now. It's like when I go watch YouTube or, you know, the other sites that will not be named.
Pornhub? Red tube.
I don't have to buffer at all. Like, I can skip through a movie or something. It's just like instantly there. It's fucking nice.
Well, it's always important to skip over the foreplay because we don't want to watch that. Boring.
Strength, crit, indirect hit. Strength, crit, vitality. Indirect hit.
I just love how when my internet craps out and I get DC'd from WoW, it doesn't actually kick me out of the game. There's no client side algorithm or detection of a disconnection. So if you get disconnected and the server realizes it, but it can't communicate that to your client to say, hey, you got disconnected because your internet sucks. You just get stuck in the game. You can run around, you see people, they're all just running in place, but you're not actually kicked out. And sometimes if you're out questing by yourself in the middle of nowhere, you don't know you got disconnected. You might fuck around for like 10 minutes and not even know that you're not actually playing. And you're like, then you go to click on a NPC or something to turn in a quest or get a quest or maybe try to kill a mob. You're like, oh, this ain't working. Oh, my spells aren't working. What the fuck? Oh, I'm disconnected. And then you're like, oh, I wonder how far back I am. And then you log back in and you're like in a capital city and you were in the middle of fucking nowhere. I'm like, okay, well, I just threw away like 15 minutes of my life. That's what's going on right now. I'm in Orgrimmar. I see everybody running around. I mean, they're not moving, but they're running in place. I don't know. Pretty annoying. About to get that Starlink. I'm going to try to get it as soon as I can. I just can't afford the equipment cost right now because it's pretty pricey to get started. I'm not sure it's available here yet, but it should be really soon. But because I don't have the money to really pay for it right now, I'm afraid to sign up for it.
You have to bow that up front, right? Like $500.
You put a deposit down, so it's like I think it's 100 down, but then as soon as they ship it, they take $400 out of your account. So, what if I put the deposit down? I can afford the deposit right now, but what if next week they decide Sepulpa's on the list for service and they ship my hardware and suddenly $400 goes out of my account? So I can't really do that. I'm just done with it though. I'm tired of the mainstream cable companies unless I just have to do business with them. I'd like to get away from it. There's no mom and pop cable companies anymore. They've all been bought up. Cox used to be pretty good. I mean, they were really good when I first got them. And I would say even when I first moved back to Tulsa, like 9-10 years ago, they were still really good. Like good service and good customer support. Like when you called, they didn't act like you were a moron and try to sell you stuff you didn't need. That's all they do now. When you call them now, they're just like, oh, well, the reason you're having problems is probably because you don't have a fast enough package. Let's sell you a higher package. Let's get you on the gigabit package. I'm like, yeah, playing WoW probably requires gigabit, even though when I first started playing WoW, I could actually play it on dial-up out in the middle of fucking nowhere at like 26K. But yeah, I need gigabit now to play WoW. That makes sense. Yeah, when you call now for tech support, all you get is salespeople.
Come, you must have gathered by now.
I mean, I don't know what is going on. I was leveling up good at the start of the day, and now it's just dragging.
Did you have some sort of experience bonus that timed out or ran out?
I don't think so. I really have no clue. I mean, I've done like 30 quests, and it's barely moved like a quarter inch. I wonder if I get anything special if I buy the game.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I was asking, have you done storyline stuff? Main storyline?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I haven't finished it yet.
Because that should always give experience.
I'm getting some. I can see my bar moving like a little bit each time. No, it might be like on WoW, you know, every so often it just bogs down.
I'll tell you, one of the only things I'm not a big fan of in Final Fantasy is the dialogue. Oh my god, there's so much.
Steph commented on one of my videos, "Why are you skipping all the cutscenes?" Because there's just so
Yeah.
much of it.
I skip a lot of cutscenes. I'm known for that. But man, the dialogue in that game is crazy. And unfortunately, it's not all in one bubble. You got to click through like 7 or 8. I wouldn't mind it so much if it was just like one giant wall of text. But they break it up into like 8 parts. Okay, it's getting a little too late.
A little too late.
A little too late to be disconnected like constantly. So let me switch to my cell phone data. I'll be right back.
I did that. Oh, I had too many O's, didn't I? Well, let's ooh. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a little break.
Okay, I'm back. How are you there?
Yeah, welcome back.
Man, it was seamless. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's seamless when I switch between LAN and cell phone.
it's almost been 2 hours. We're gonna take a break. See you guys later.
The annoying thing is